Hello guys. Hopefully everything is okay and
We are going to talk about.
different ways of how we are able to extract information by using, for example, PowerShell. But yet again, not only that, PowerShell is just a great tool for that.
Threat hunting with machine learning and with AI.
And today we're gonna focus how to protect our identity.
So now I have divided the one question into multiple questions, and now AI will going to answer every one of these questions using all the relevant data. And every time I'm gonna able to take some data from here that is relevant to answer that question. It took a screenshot similar to what we were talking previously, which is the LinkedIn image, as you can see up here. And what it did is that, is it phishing? Through score 9 out of 10. Reason, the URL LinkedIn Premium is a misspelling of LinkedIn.com, which is common tactic for all the phishing. So it added a reasoning indicators, as we said. The URL contains misspelling, page mimics the legitimate website, sign-in format, and so on.
Your time is running to the end.
Oh, one last demo.
Okay.
One last demo. So, one last demo is the tool calling. I want to mention the tool calling. So, LLMs can do tool calling, as we just mentioned, and we have talked about the response and back and forth. And I want to show you one last demo, which is using VirusTotal directly from AI. I have here a small script, well, small-ish. Yeah, it's 50 lines, that's very small. And I have a tool here called VirusTotal Lookup that connects to VirusTotal using my own API and search for a specific MD5.
And the most important one, which we can choose and what we strongly recommend, is to implement phishing resistance MFA. So we are talking about the FIDO, hardware keys, we are talking about the Windows Hello for Business, so we are talking about the biometric integration or certificate-based authentication. First of all, require number matching for the push notification. This is enabled by default, but those options by default are set up like that. So what we do have here, show application name in the push and passwordless notification. You don't know from which application, you don't know from which IP address, from which geographic location, you don't know this information. So we are talking about the control here, and we do have a required token protection for sign-ins. So you are not blocking the export, but you are blocking reusing the token from different places. So if a malware will gonna get this token will not be able to use from different places. So this is the protection which can be used.
For example, we can also make the reference into the reference into the CQURE to see whether it's already there, because it has been in automatic destinations, but it's there, it's not there. So you can build some logic on the top of basically what is there. And that kind of an approach is to calculate the file name associated with the app ID. And that is exactly what I want to take you through. So from that angle, you can see that there is an identifier. So 1BC and so on, 9B, 9C. That basically is the identifier that you can use to analyze that in the folder. And this basically generates us an XML that's going to show us what kind of a history we got in the operating system. And then, honestly, tada, as you can see, destination list entries, we are from the destinations extracting information about every single file, every IP, and so on. So we try to intelligently work on the data that is in automatic destinations. And we can also update, so plant the details into the automatic destination. Yeah, so eventually we are here adding something that wasn't maybe even opened. Yeah, so that's it. And then here this would appear, which could be, by the way, from the Amr, that's something for you. Yeah, the very nice way to suggest that user actually opens something and user will click on it, and it could be malware. Yeah, so playing with automatic destinations is pretty geeky subject.